Hi beautiful people. If you're a regular here, thank you for continuing to watch me. If you're new to the family, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. In episode 9, Carlton and his family go to church. Now this is actually, oh, I was wrong, you guys. I was so wrong. I just realized this. It's actually in episode 9 where Karrueche's character is introduced, not 7 or 8. I'm so sorry, you guys. I just remember this. I remember this because they were at the church when it happened. So yeah, she's actually introduced in episode 9. We find out that she's like a family friend. So if you guys were like watching just episode 7 and 8 and trying to find Karrueche, I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry actually, because then that means you actually watched it. Or you're just watching me. But anyway, so in episode 9 they go to church and Carlton is supposed to sing with the choir. He used to sing in a choir when he was younger, and he hasn't sang in a while, so people are just very happy that they're getting to hear his voice again. I think the actor himself actually does have a couple of albums, and well, not albums, but I think he actually has a single out or is releasing a single, because I saw something on TikTok where he was like promoting his new music. So I do believe he actually can rap or sing, has vocals, but in the performance that he does for his family at the church, it doesn't really look like it's that much, or he actually, like, I don't want to say he doesn't have vocals. What happens is that he gets really nervous and his voice starts to crack, and he has this moment when he looks out into the audience and he sees his family there and he wants to perform correctly for them. Then he starts to choke and it just becomes this big thing. Before that happened, Will did ask him about his father, because he was still contemplating on whether or not he should try and look again at the envelope, go back into the office and get the envelope and open it. But Will, I think Carlton said something up along the lines of, I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know how to feel about this, and maybe we can talk about it later. And I just think that a lot of things were on his mind. He was dealing with him not being on the lacrosse team anymore, because I don't think he actually was going to be on the lacrosse team anymore, because he left practice, and then after that, in the following episodes, we do not see him on the lacrosse team anymore. So I think he actually left the team. But I could be wrong, because we don't know what's to come in season 2. And so I believe but my suspicion is that he left lacrosse. So he's dealing with that. He's dealing with his emotional, hormonal situations going on with his partake in those drugs. So he's dealing with a lot with that. He's trying to wean himself off of the very hard drugs he's been doing. So he hasn't been doing them in a while, and he's been going through some symptoms, and he was thinking about it, and his father was gonna find out about it, but he decides not to do it. And Will does tell Hillary about the situation, tells Hillary about how bad it has gotten with Carlton, because Will has seen Carlton indulging in the products. So what he does is that he does talk to Carlton about it, and he does let him know, like, if you feel like you want to, you need to tell me and I will help you out. Hillary, let's go to Hillary. So when it comes down to Hillary has decided to move out of the content house because it's been getting too much for her. After Hillary did that risque video of her cooking in lingerie, basically, she talks to Kylo, and Kylo tells her that she has to basically buy him out in order to leave the content house. And what ends up happening with that is that she looks at the contract that she signed. It does say that she has to pay that amount of money if she wants to leave the house, and if she wants to take any of the filming, and if she wants to take any of the videos that she filmed with her, she has to pay him this amount of money because he owns it. So what she does is that she moves out like hotel, and she's in the hotel with Jazz. Alright, she's in the hotel with Jazz, and then while she's in the hotel with Jazz, Will calls her. She doesn't answer, and then he calls Jazz, and he's like, put Hillary on the phone. He's like, how you know me, Hillary? He's like, because y'all ain't feeling nobody. Like, I saw y'all at the party. Like, y'all ain't feeling nobody. And he was like, well, he knows, so here, here's the phone to Hillary. And Hillary's like, you can't tell nobody. He's like, I don't care. I ain't telling nobody. Like, I ain't got nothing. I ain't got no reason to tell nobody. But anyway, so he was like, I just need you to help me out with Lisa, because Lisa found out that he lied to him. He lied to her. So Lisa found out that he lied to her, like, I believe, like, in the beginning of this episode. Like, she confronts him and comes to the house, and she's like, why did you lie to me? Because, so what ended up happening is that the Judge Robertson, the guy that helped Will's charges get cleared and cleared the gun charges and stuff like that, he came over to Fred's house and he told Lisa about the situation. He told Lisa that, well, actually, no, I don't think he told Lisa directly to her face. Like, I feel like she heard him talking to Uncle Fred about the situation. She gets upset about that, and she breaks it off with him for a little bit. And Will just keeps texting her, saying that he wants to give her another chance. And, I mean, wants her to give him another chance. So what she does is that she says, it's okay, we can meet at the coffee shop at 3 o'clock after practice, and I will give you another chance. So he has this big thing planned, and he wants to basically tell her that he loves her. So he needed Hillary to help him do that. So he does get Hillary to help him, but he doesn't ever get to show Lisa whatever he had planned for her. Because then we find out that, then we see a scene that Lou, Will's father, actually comes into the house, and he talks to Uncle Phil. And he heard that Will was looking for him. So since he heard that Will was looking for him, Uncle Phil was like, I don't care if you heard that Will was looking for you, but you need to go. And Carlton hears all of this while he's upstairs. He's just eavesdropping on everybody. He's always hearing things. So he hears all this, and he decides to tell Will about the situation. So he tells Will that his father was there, and he was looking for him. So Will is kind of confused as to why he was not told that his father was there, why his father wasn't told about his father looking for him. So he decides to, so Will's confused about why he wasn't told. So what he does is he confronts Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv. Aunt Viv lets him know that she wanted to tell him. But in the beginning, Uncle Phil lets him know that the reason why he didn't tell him is because he represented Lou before he went to jail. Lou went to jail, and that is the reason why he had to leave Will. It wasn't his choice. He was arrested that day that he left Will because he decided to rob an old guy at gunpoint. So because of that, he was arrested that day and then later tried in court. Uncle Phil was his lawyer, and he was a good enough lawyer to get him some time in prison where he would get parole after he was released from prison. So he was good enough to do that, but he did not let Will know that that was the situation. They allowed Will to believe that his father chose to leave him and never come back and look for him, which isn't all the way true. So when Will learns about this, he's very upset, and he asks him if he can see his father. And they do allow him to talk to his father. And that does bring us to episode 10. It does bring us to episode 10. We finally see who is Will's father. Will's father is played by Marlon Wayans. Will's father is played by Marlon Wayans. And it's very different to see Marlon Wayans in this character. I'm going to go into that a little bit more in the next video. And you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.